Okay, so let's start off lying on your back, arms overhead for a full body stretch. Stretch the right arm and the right leg, and then the left arm and the left leg. Point and flex the toes. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around your shins and start to rock side to side on your spine. Extend your left leg and leave your right knee in your chest. Pull your shin towards you. And let's point and flex the right foot. And then some ankle rotation, 5 in each direction. And with your right hand, guide your right knee over to the right. With your left hand, you can either hold down the left side of your hip or extend your arm, your left arm, shoulder height, any amount, actually on the floor next to you. And we'll just hold this for a few breaths. And then bring your knee back to the center. With your left hand, guide the right knee over to the left. Try to keep shoulder blades in contact with the earth. So the goal is really to keep the shoulder blades down as we encourage the twist of the spine. Right arm is out shoulder height. Gaze is over the right shoulder. And let's take a few breaths here. Come back to center with the right leg. Pull your right knee into your chest again. And now extend the right leg. Hands are behind the thighs. Point and flex. Ankle rotation, maybe 3 in each direction. And then if it's accessible to you, slide your hands up and clasp behind your calf muscle. But stay behind the thigh if you feel that your left leg is rising. Bend your right knee and grab the outside of the right foot, reach through for a half happy baby. So your right knee is close to your right armpit. Maybe extend the leg. See, my left leg is rising. We don't really want that. Okay, and maybe let your leg go out to the right, just like we did with the hip, except now it's the leg. Come back to center. Grab your leg or your shin and with your left hand and let it go out to the left. Keep the shoulder blades in contact with the earth. It may not go that far. It would be helpful if I had a pillow here to put under my leg, but we're only here for a breath. Come back to the middle. Pull the right knee into the chest one more time. And let's take a couple of rotations, knee rotation and hip rotation. Other direction. 1, 2, and 3. And extend your right leg out. Bring the left knee into the chest. Wrap your hands around your shins. point flex, point flex. Ankle rotations, 5 in each direction. And with your left hand, guide your left knee to the left. Make sure you don't knock over your T. Keep an eye on mine. Right hand is out to the side or either holding down the right side of your hip. And let's take a few breaths here. Guide your left knee back to the center, and with your right hand, guide it over to the right side. As your left arm is extended, shoulder height on the earth, and your gaze is over your left shoulder. This is one of my favorite twists. I do it in every yoga class. Take a few breaths here. Bring your left knee back to center. Pull your left knee into your chest again. And extend the leg, hands clasped behind your thigh. Toe leg extended. Pull the thigh towards you. And now bend your knee, reach up, maybe behind your calf muscle. And again, pull the leg forward towards you. Keep a watch out for the right leg. Don't let it rise up. If it does, slide it right back down behind your thigh muscle, behind your hamstring. Now bend your knee and reach on the outside, grab the outside of your foot for our half happy baby. The right leg is still extended straight. Straighten your left leg any amount. See, my right leg is rising. Try to keep that right leg straight. And if it's accessible, your right and left leg can be bent or straight. Allow it to gently fall to the left side. Keep the right side hip down. Come back through the center, and with your right hand, guide your leg over to the to the right. Left arm is extended, shoulder height. On this side, it's a little bit more beneficial because I have the wall here. So I have the wall as a support for my leg rather than the pillow. So another good tip, do this next to a wall. Come back to the center. Pull your left leg in again. Couple more ankle rotation. And point and flex. And extend the leg out in front. Let's take another full body stretch. Reach the right side, right arm, right leg. Left arm, left leg. And let's walk both hands and legs over to the right for a banana stretch. Let's walk both hands and legs over to the left. Come back to the center And walk your feet towards you. Take your right ankle and just place it right at the very top of your left knee. And take your hand and just press at the very top of your hip flexor or where your hip bends on the right, very top of your thigh. You'll feel a nice opening on the right side in your right obliques. Allow your knees to fall all the way over to the right, still gently pressing to open up your hip flexor on the right. And you can even take your right hand and press your lower back also. Press where you're at the very top of your glutes. This is really just traction, opening up those muscles, opening up the spine, decompressing from all the sitting all week long. Bring the knees back to the center and we'll allow them to fall over to the right. And this time we are just extending the left arm. And extend the right arm out to the right, but the gaze is over the left. Or you can also take your right hand and just gently press onto your right thigh, close to where your knee is. Come back to the center, and let's switch and do the other side. Okay, so place the left knee at the very top, right above the left ankle, right above your right knee, and take both hands, press into your hip flexor, right above your left thigh, just opening up. This feels amazing in my obliques and my hips, my spine on the right. And you can do baby rocks from side to side, or you can just stay still. Allow both legs, both knees to fall over to the right. Pressing, continuing to press, continuing to open up. Come back to the center and allow both knees to fall over to the left, extending the right arm out to the right side, using the left hand to just gently press at the very top of your thigh, right above your knee. Come back to the center. Bring both knees into the chest, rocking side to side. And now switch both hands behind your thighs and just start to rock back and forth. Roll all the way up to a bow pose. Really open up your chest. I saw a video the other day that talked about how this is really one of the worst things to do for your body. And I think it could be if you do it wrong. But if you open up your chest, if you're doing it with your hunched over like that, not great for you. But the point with this pose is to really open up the chest. Let's take 2 more breaths here. 1, 2, and let's swing around to tabletop onto hands and knees. Hands are directly under your shoulders. Knees are directly under your hips. And let's do a couple of cat-cows. Inhale as you open up your chest. Roll your shoulders blades back. Look straight ahead. Exhale, hollow out your belly, and look back at your thighs. Inhale, open, and while we're here, let's just do a couple of hip wags from side to side. Exhale, hollow out. Again, very gentle hip wags from side to side. Inhale, open. Roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, hollow out. Let's do a couple of these at your own pace. Come back to neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Walk your hands just one step forward and inhale the hips up for downward facing dog. And start to pedal your feet out here. Fingers are firmly planted into your mat. The energy is rising from the earth and from your feet that are firmly planted through the body, from fingers all the way up the arms, through your back, through your spine, and through the feet. Pedal the feet out. This is one of my favorite things to do because my calves are always tight and they need this calf stretch that we're doing here. Inhale your left leg up and back down. Inhale the right leg up and back down. Take your right hand and reach back any amount. And if you can reach your left thigh, great. Come back. Same thing on the other side. Reach the left arm back. Touch the right ankle. Come back and come down to knees for child's pose. Toes together, knees open. Sit back on your heels and reach your arm down in front. Resting your head on the mat. Shaking the head no. Come back up to your knees. And tuck your toes behind you for camel pose. So we're going to place the hands on the hips, right above your buttocks. Reach the hips forward as you slightly lean back. One hand at a time. Maybe let's start with the left. Reach back and see if you can touch your ankle. Most important thing here is to keep the hips pointing straight ahead. Come back to the center. Reach back with the right hand and touch your ankle. Come back. And then maybe if it's accessible to you, maybe reach both hands back. Open up the chest. And breathe. Take one more breath and come back up to a seated position. Legs in front. Roll out the flesh from the thighs. Inhale, both arms up, look up. Exhale, fall forward with a nice straight spine. Over your legs. Grab your calf, your ankle, whatever you can reach. and bow into the stretch. Release that and come to lie on your back. Walk your feet towards you as close as possible. And inhale your hips up, roll your shoulder blades close to each other, and maybe clasp your hands underneath you for bridge pose. And if it's accessible to you, it usually is not accessible to me. Maybe for second round, after moments of rest, let's go into your wheel if that's accessible. Come back down. Bring your knees into your chest. Start to rock from side to side. The right knee in the right hand, the left knee in the left hand. I love this pose. It's kind of like a reclining frog pose. Come back to center and extend your legs out in front of you for Savasana. Hands by your side. Close your eyes and breathe.